You will go absolutely nowhere in life if you don't know how to learn. Most of us think we know this fact, but we don't really grasp what it means. When I say learn, I don't just mean trying to improve your grades or memorize formulas from a textbook. Things like wanting to get in shape, to become aesthetic, wanting to earn money, wanting to improve our love lives or our relationships. All of these desires really mean that there's something you want to learn. The issue is that most people jump to either of two extremes. They either try to figure everything out themselves, running in foolhardy and unprepared and wondering why they make no progress, or they completely rely on others, digging deeper and deeper in the hopes that someone will hand them a magical solution. Yes, even obsessively researching can be incorrect learning, and sometimes even particularly detrimental. This is because the best way to learn and grow is to do. If all you ever do is watch someone else do the thing you want to learn to do, you will never make that skill your own. It's so easy these days with social media to overconsume and tell ourselves it was productive or meaningful because we spent our time researching and preparing. But this is just another way to make ourselves feel productive while not moving forward at all. If you want to make progress, you have to actually attempt to do what you're aiming to do, even if you don't feel completely ready or confident. Now, when I say this, I don't mean to throw yourself at something and just hope it works out. Of course, research and instruction are an important part of learning and shouldn't be completely ignored. You can't throw 200 pounds onto a barbell and try to bench press it if you've never trained. You'll almost certainly injure yourself, if not worse. What I'm getting at is that to truly learn something, you have to apply it. I'm not a fitness expert, but I guarantee that if you find a weight you can bench and then do it consistently, building up strength over time and learning good technique, you'll get to that 200-pound bench someday. Why? Because you learned through doing. You can watch a million people bench, and you probably should watch at least a few or learn from someone you trust. Until you try it, however, you'll never know how it feels, never understand how your body responds to that challenge, and how to adapt to overcome it. Maybe this fitness analogy doesn't click for you, but the concepts can apply to anything you wish to do. Research is only part of the equation. The knowledge you study has to be applied or it's useless to you, and you likely didn't even really learn it. The last piece of the puzzle is failure. Everyone, without exception, fears failure to some degree. Some have learned how to push through this fear or mask it remarkably well, but I don't think there's a person alive who has never felt that creeping feeling of dread towards what might happen if they don't succeed. To really be able to learn, we have to accept both our fear of failure and failure itself as part of the process. It is incredibly likely that whatever you attempt to accomplish, you will fail. I don't say this to discourage you, but to be honest with you. Failure is inevitable in some instances, and although that may scare you, it's not as bad as it sounds. This is because failure is not the opposite of learning or success. It is part of the process, and an essential one at that. When you try something and fail, you learn more about what you're trying to do and even about yourself. The key is to take what you've discovered from that failure and apply it when you get back up and try again. The opposite of success isn't failure, it's giving up. That's why I say that you will fail, and I say it with confidence, but I don't mean it as an insult. As long as you continue to try again regardless of failure, you will succeed. Research, apply, fail, repeat. That is how you learn.